Hello, I'm Marty, and about 2 years ago, I started a journal documenting my time in the lands between. The journal quickly escalated into an unhealthy obsession. At some point, I was diagnosed with a rare medical condition known as Elden obsessionitis. I now lovingly refer to this journal as my tarnished Elden Bibble. I played the crap out of this game, and I'm a filthy casual, so getting all the achievements unlocked was unheard of for me. God damn. In order to keep track of what I was doing, I kept several notebooks going that detailed all the NPCs I had talked to and all the places I had visited, and anything that caught my attention. In this video, I'm showing the process of making a page for when I met Ronnie and her Golden Order usurping squad. I took notes about Ronnie's dialogue, like how she thought I was a rare sort. I drew a quick sketch of Blyde, my waifu for laifu, and I jotted down what I could understand about e.g. Sun Tzu, Machiavelli the Don, and the slimy, sneaky snake Celivis. Before I could actually paint on the cheapo 99-cent store discount paper in the sketchbook I was using, I primed each page with gesso. I made the tragic mistake of not priming the pages in Limgrave, and you can tell it made a huge difference in the quality of the art. I start off most pages by marking a half-inch border to create the illusion of consistency. I enlisted into my service some cheapo and semi-cheapo watercolors. I guess some people call these cakes, pans, or palettes. I used some watercolor brush pens for all the color work. They come in several tip sizes and held up quite well considering how much I put them through. They also have these neat little water reservoirs that keep them all hydroed up. Don't forget the cup. I also used a cup. I ran through at least 8 of these blue coal erase pencils, probably because I sharpened them with a not so X-Acto knife. Please do not sharpen your pencil like this. Or do, I don't really give a care. I also used one of the most mugroso kneaded erasers you ever did see. At some point, I need to get a new one of these. And for more finessed erasing, I use one of those refillable eraser pen things. I don't even know, what do you call this thing? My favorite drawing utensil of all time is this Staedtler lead holder. It houses Mars Lumograph lead sticks, which sounds like something Elon Musk invented. But for real, it's just a glorified mechanical pencil that I love to use. Ooh, that's hot. For detail work and lettering, I used a generic mechanical pencil and a calligraphy nib that could be swapped out for thicker lines. Ow! Just kidding. I never get tired of mechanical pencils. Another useful utensil is a bendoflexible stainless steel ruler. This helps make straight lines when it's kind of a curved surface. In this section, I'd like to answer some frequently asked questions. By far the most commonly asked question I get is, are you ever going to make copies of this book available? So for this one, I'm thinking if someday FromSoft says I can do it, I guess I might do that. But I don't really see that happening. But until then, it's going to be something that exists only in theory. If I ever do, it's going to be very limited amounts, like Jodorowsky's Dune book or something crazy like that. Another question I get a lot is, how long did this work take you to do? Okay, so I've been working on the book off and on since the game came out, and I've been updating things whenever I can. The initial sketches were done, and now I'm going through and coloring everything. I hope to be done by the end of the year, and that would also include all of the DLC. Something I get asked a lot by aspiring artists is, do you have any advice on how to improve? So I generally don't like to give advice because I don't think very highly of my own skills, but if I was forced to give advice, I'd say I'm a firm believer in you get what you put in. So if you work hard at something, eventually you get results. I think people give up entirely because they don't see the results fast enough, but if you're in it for the right reasons, the results aren't really what matters. You get results because you like the process and you can't do anything but practice. And if you continue to work at it, you'll get there eventually. Also, filling up 600-page sketchbooks and locking yourself up like a monk in your room until you finish might help you improve a little bit. I forgot to paint Celivis's finger. Here's something I get a lot. Why do you have such low self-esteem? I'm not really sure. If I had to guess, it's probably a chemical imbalance in my head, or maybe it was something from my childhood, some kind of unresolved trauma or something. All I know is I've tried to rewire myself to not be such a low self-worther, but I haven't found the cure yet. So if I say something that makes me sound that way, just pretend I said the opposite. One of the reasons I continue to work on my art is because it never seems good enough, so it's kind of a blessing and a curse in that way. But yeah, don't be like me. Love yourself and your art. I have to remind myself of that all the time. Here's a question that almost nobody ever asks me. Do you listen to music while you work? What do you listen to? So on this project, I listened to the Berserk soundtrack by Suzumu Hirasawa a lot. I played Behelit and Murder on repeat, like late into the night sometimes. And I listened to a lot of soundtracks like Halo, Skyrim, or the Inside game, just to name a few. Okay, last question. Who is your favorite NPC? If you have to ask me this question, I don't think you know me. I feel like if the Albinoric frog people could talk, they would probably be my favorite. Alright everyone, thanks for checking out this video on my process materials and the FAQ. Stay tuned for future how to draw type videos I've been working on from the side. Take care, and I love you all. Also, don't forget to walk your turtle.